right? But now they just want to transition it into their artificial technology and their digital technology. So that'll be the totality of it. So reading on, it says, the same, Revelation 14:10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image.
Right, so if you take that chip, then you can be organized into a labor camp. You are subject to whatever Esau tells you to do, you're subject to that.
Right.
Labor camps, forced vaccinations.
Right.
All right. You could be pretty much on the operating table. They can put you on the damn operating table and take your damn organs. Esau used to do that to Israelites. He used to do live surgeries on
University of Pennsylvania.
He used to do live surgeries on Israelites and criminals that didn't because back then criminals didn't, not criminals, but people that were in prison didn't have as much rights as they do now.
Right.
And some of them actually volunteered for that shit.
Yeah.
But there's books out about that, about Holmesburg prison. Yeah. Some of them, that's on State Road, I believe. Torresdale. There's books on that certain Israelites that were actually getting surgeries done on them by these wicked ass doctors.
Right.
Esau came up with his medical technology from experiments. Whatever it is, how to put a leg back on.
Right.
Skin grafts, he did all that from experimenting on animals and experimenting on people.
Topical creams.
Right. And this
movie Reboot.
And this is a ritual too,
Yeah.
It's part of Esau's magic on the left hand side, we'll say. All right. Yeah. It's ritualistic. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High in the faith of Yahweh Shai.
Right. So if you're a lawbreaker, then you're more vulnerable to worshiping Satan, worshiping the beast, and his image. So you'll take that chip, and if you take that chip, anything he tell you to do, you're going to have to be in line with it, because you won't be initiated into that system when you take that chip. Right? Taking that chip is nothing good's going to reap from it. Though you might have some temporary relief.
One of the images of the beast is what? Philosophies. And they push out all types of those.
Well, different doctrines. They tell you you can eat whatever you want. They pretty much.
You can have multiple religions.
The high holy days. The high holy days. They're going to pervert all the holy days.
That's right.
During the time of let's say a terrorist attack or when they institute this chip, I don't think people are going to be going to so-called church or have religious freedom. But people are going to America to have religious freedom. There ain't going to be no religious freedom when they have a state of emergency.
Well, remember, part of that one world government,
worshiping the Satan.
Part of that one world government is to have everybody fall to that new world religion.
You have to worship the beast.
You're going to have to worship the beast. That's literally part of that one world religion. That's part of that system.
Luciferian doctrine.
Remember, he going to be God. He going to be your God.
Yeah, and
he's all just going to come out and say it. Because he going to have the ability to turn your chip on or turn your chip off.
Yep.
Well, look at what the coronavirus did,
man. Again, they don't really need to turn your chip off. They're just going to come get you and put you in an internment camp. They're going to come get you, put you in an internment camp, and then torture you. You have brothers having visions while being tortured. All right? Yeah. Look, they're going to use those chips to probably passively track you, because it doesn't necessarily have to be active. Meaning that if they know it's not food over here, that means everybody 10 miles west of this area is going to be starved.
In mainstream media about a couple days ago, they did a report where, I forget exactly what state it was, but they said that they held some sort of national motorcycle event.
Oh yeah.
So you heard about that. So what they did was they said that there was a low infected area, right? But they said after that event, because nobody was social distancing or wearing masks, it went up. Right, the level of infection, so-called, went up. Now they said that the way that they were able to figure that out was through the technology that they were using in people's cell phones to track their
There
movement.
you go. So it's a tracker. So pretty much the RFID.
And remember, they already told you that that's what that was for, to track people in the proximity of those who have possibly came in contact with those who have been infected. So how much stringent is it going to be when they say that if you don't wear the mask, all right, how much more the vaccination? Because people are going to be blacklisted. And this is where we're going to see Esau come down with that great wrath. Now, I don't know if brothers are following events in Australia, but right now we're seeing it more there than anywhere else. There was a woman who put up a post on her Facebook or whatever, one of her social medias, basically declaring that we should have a protest against the different measures that are being done against us, because really it's not fair, right? People are starting to fight back. They came to her house and arrested her ass right then and there.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of freedoms they got in Australia.
You know?
Like freedom of speech and all that. I don't know.
But irregardless, they don't have the right to speak out of their government. And we've seen that in America, where we no longer have that right under the so-called Patriot Act, under different legislation. If you do speak out, or if you have anti-governmental views, guess what? You are now considered a domestic terrorist. And it was Donald Trump who came out and said that the Black Lives Matter movement, not that we're with them in any way, shape, or form, but that they are terrorists. All right? They're terrorists. So pretty much anything that is considered, you know, outside of the social norm, or what's outside of the New World Order agenda, we'll just say it like that, is considered terrorism. So we know that we're, in their view, in their point of view, public enemy number one. Because we are against vaccines. We're against the test. We're against wearing masks. We're against the RFID microchip. So we're going to be part of the first ones that they try to, you know, gather and put in these internment camps, put in these indoctrination camps. One movie you think of is 1984, when the brother was mentioning how, you know, people willingly or unwillingly get these, you know, live operations done on them. I remember that they put him on one of those machines where they put his feet, okay, and his arms in this contraption where they were spinning the wheel, and it was separating his or stretching out his body little by little by little, you know. And through that incremental pain and torture, they were able to reprogram this guy. You know, and that's what they want to do to the Israelites. That's what they want to do to these, you know, militias, these so-called white supremacists. Is they want to reprogram everybody, but their main target is going to be the Israelites. All right, because again, the fact that we're awake, then basically denounces this man. Okay, because we're publicly making it known that his kingdom has an end. All right, and the beginning of his end was when we got that breath again. So.
Well, we woke up out of the matrix.
Yeah.
That's the point of it. So, you know, when you get into these concentration camps, what they want to do to you, they do want to reprogram you, just like he said. But now they do have a red list and a blue list. They red list, blue list, yellow list. That red list is for those who actually like us, like especially like the top of pot, like
Yeah,
our
you ain't gonna
apostles.
persuade them. You're not gonna
You're not
control
going to
them.
persuade them.
Right.
There you go. So guess what they're going to have to get? Death.
Right.
Blue list, death. Yellow list, we can kind of work with you, try to, you know, reprogram you again and bring you back into the society. But otherwise than that, go ahead, brother.
I was going to say, quick, we're against this money system. Because
Yeah. Oh,
this,
yeah.
this
Hell
devil's
yeah.
money system is a false balance, and the false balance is an abomination unto the Most High.
Right.
And taking his RFID chip is going to lead to your destruction, which 2/3 of Israelites are sellouts. They're sellouts for money.
that's right.
And they're going to sell out for the money, the 2/3.
2/3.
Okay, because when Judas Iscariot had turned in Yahweh Shai, he did it for what was it, 30 shekels of silver,
Yeah, I think so.
which is like $500 today.
Damn.
So for $500, he sold out the Lord, Yahweh Shai. And that's symbolic because he took that money. That's why we always say, we say that, you know, certain people took the Judas purse.
Right.
Like the 501c3 contract is a Judas purse.
Yeah.
You're taking the form of bowing down to this devil because you don't want to pay his money. But what did the Lord say? He said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and give unto the Lord what is the Lord's.
Right.
That's right.
And presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice is giving ourselves unto the Lord.
Right. There's
right
going to
here
be.
at the altar.
They're going to incentivize turning your back on men of the Lord, and spilling the beans on brothers and stuff like that. They're going to incentivize that type of behavior, and they're going to reward that type of behavior.
Sellouts.
You know what I mean? They're going to do that. If it happened in the Lord's time, it's going to happen in our time. But I got the law, since we're talking about it, because this is the faith and the patience of the saints right here. This is Leviticus 19 and 28. It says, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. Okay, so we know that in order for them to implant that chip in you, they need to actually make an incision, right? So when you look at that word kwai, okay, that's what it means. Okay. Yep. So it lines right with the Greek word karan, all right, which goes back to the word karax, which is a state. All right, and I don't know if brother's seen, he did a quick little video where the brother actually ordered the RFID microchip online. He said he was able to get it on eBay for $12. And it came with the whole kit. It came with the chip, and it came with the syringe as well.
Really?
To basically do the procedure by yourself. So they're shot for $12. So they're gonna make it cheap, they're gonna make it trendy, they're gonna make it fashionable, and you know, for everybody else, they're gonna use their force. Because a lot of people are gonna take it willingly, there's gonna be some resistance, but we're gonna see the way the Most High plays it out. Because there's going to be a lot of hell and chaos in the midst of all of this going on as well. But I just wanted to read that because we're in the stance of not making any cuttings in our flesh.
Right. Quick testimony.
Huh?
A girl that I know, I'm not going to say any names, a girl that I know, she went to the tattoo parlor. Now, the tattoo parlor, she went and got a tattoo, whatever, which we know is wicked, that's all. Right. She went and got a tattoo, but after she got the tattoo, she ended up getting a chick.
What?
She got it inserted into her. She came and showed me and everything. I'm like, what?
Now think about that. Think about that. See, now those are demons now.
Showed me everything.
Think about it, that's a demon. See, the one demon convinced her to get a damn tattoo. You know? See what happens when you don't have no type of discipline over yourself, right? That's what the scriptures tell you. You had no discipline. So one moment, you know, it starts off small. It's like a gateway to other things, you know? So that seemed, you know, okay. That seems susceptible, right? Or not susceptible, but that seems, what's the word I'm looking for? Acceptable. We'll just use that word. It seemed acceptable to the point where it's like, well, screw it. Might as well take it another step further. What's the big deal? I already got the tattoo. You know, that's the way people think too. You know, you do one behavior and it seduces you to do another behavior.
I was
right. The trainer it says it talks about the wicked has many trains, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So.
It's like when you're chilling with a girl and you start, you know, kissing and touching, and then it goes, it go the other way, right. Go all the way down the home plate.
Yeah, can't.
First base, the home plate.
Going in after that.
So I know brothers got precepts. I just want to finish what we got here. This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and 41. It says, "The number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed." Right? Holy, separate, pure. God. It says, "I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion, a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs." Right, and this is that primary song we sing in the Song of Moses. Okay. It says, "And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, right? Yahushua, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Beautiful. That links up with Revelation.
So that's what the brother wanted.
Yeah, links up with Revelation 7.
All right, that's it.
What you want, brother?
The name goes to that word anoma in the Greek, which means everything that name represents. So everything that the Lord represents is the name. When you come in the name of the Lord, you come in the name of everything He represents. So if I came in the name of my Father because my Father sent me, then you're gonna have to respect who my Father is.
Right.
And if you know my Father, like Yahushua said, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Why is it thou ask, have you seen the Father? So we coming in the name of Yahushua. We standing stiffly for the name of Yahushua. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. So the Lord was just representing everything the Lord represents. Anoma in the Greek. Like he that receiveth, who giveth a cup of cold water to a prophet in the name of a prophet. Because the man's righteous. When he's doing righteousness, you're going to get the same righteous reward. Because you helped that brother out.
Like in the basketball. In basketball, when you pass the ball to somebody, you get an assist because you get credit for helping the man to score. So that's the same thing like the brothers who will come and give brothers cold water at the camp. And I ain't forgot that guy that I get the incense from for you, Akim. That guy, man, he came up to me one time, it was hot as hell out. I was by myself preaching the scriptures. And he walked up and just gave me a cup of cold water, man. I forgot my water in the car. But I was paralyzed, I was stuck. Because the tape was already rolling. I ain't gonna walk over there now. I'm already preaching the scriptures, it's too late.
Well,
but
you
the Lord sent him to help me out.
Yeah, you're in the spirit.
Yeah, I'm in the spirit. I'm not gonna be like, hey man, let me stop, the live stream. Let me stop the live stream and go get my water bottle. There was no time for that. But he gave a cup of cold water to me, and that's why the Lord is gonna bless that man.
Beautiful testimony.
Because that's Matthew the 10th chapter, I believe.
You want this precept or you want this first? You want this first? So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Really good?
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. It says this: lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.